Hello, and welcome to the DCIFF Film Chat Podcast. I'm Erin DeVos, and I'll be your host for this season. Join us for insightful interviews that explore the work of up-and-coming independent filmmakers from all over the world. If you're passionate about film and keen to learning about the creative process from the future cinema greats, this podcast is a must-listen for you. Our mission is to provide listeners with the engaging and informative conversations about successful and innovative films, including features, shorts, documentaries, animation, and web series from across the globe. The DCIFF Film Chat Podcast is a unique opportunity for independent filmmakers to have their voices heard in a way no other film festival can provide. You can listen to the DCIFF Film Chat Podcast on all podcast platforms or visit our website at DCIFF-indie.org/DCIFF-podcast. Thank you. Hi, DCFF Film Chat fans. This episode, I am introducing you to Florian Guillaume, as you'll hear in the episode, you'll hear how I correctly pronounce his last name. But also you get to listen into the fun conversation we have about animation, the creative process, and also about his journey as an actor, an animator, and as well as a director. And I've had a lot of fun with this conversation and for him to join us right before he was about to hop on for his panel at DCIFF 2024. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Well, thank you so much, Florian, for joining the DCIFF podcast. We're in the midst of day 4 of the festival, and I know we've had a lot of different events going around, so I really appreciate you taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me. And 25 years, right?
Yep, 25 years.
Beautiful. It's not common. 25 is a beautiful journey, guys. So well done. Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
First time in DC. Thanks for the invitation. With the team, we're very thrilled to see the movie being selected in Washington. And what a beautiful city, to say. Spent like 10 miles walking this morning. But it's a fantastic environment you have. So yeah, first time in this festival. We have a projection just after the interview, so let's see what the audience are going to think about. My name is Florian. I'm not going to let you pronounce my family name called Guillaume. It's very French. It means William in English, Guillaume in German, Guillermo, as I mentioned, in Spanish. I'm from Strasbourg, which is where you have the European Parliament. And I live in London for the past 11 years now, something like that. So soon French-British, fingers crossed. I mean, I guess with all the tax I'm paying, that can give me a passport, I guess. So this is the moment I'm get cancelled by the British government. But yeah, so 42 years old. I'm part-time, not animator, but movie director for short movies. I love animation. I do feature movie too, but animation is really where you can pretty much do whatever you want. We had a situation that one day we wanted to shoot in Venice, and it's honest, 5,000 euros a day to shoot in Venice back in the days. And so they just build it. You know what? Fuck that. So they just 5,000 guys. I can do 3 movies with this money. So we built a whole decor in animation that was actually better than if you went to Venice to the city. I mean, it's beautiful still. So yeah, so animation for 10, 11 years, movies in general. And my background, I came from a French acting school called the Cours Simon, quite famous in France. Lots of famous actors came from this environment. And yeah, I did some acting for 3 years and this is where you're going to very much laugh, for a Japanese company called Galix Production, French-Japanese, and it was broadcast in NHK, which is like a cultural channel of Japan. And I was playing different characters, the historical characters. It was like a documentary, and there was like a background voice saying, and this is in Japanese, like this is like the painter Van Gogh or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I had to say whatever I wanted. The script was like no, because everything was up, wow. And I was like, and on the set with all the actors, we would keep insulting each other, and I was like, this is just chaos. And they loved it because of the animation. And I lost the deal with them the day they asked me to play Anthony, Cleopatra Anthony, and I was like, guys, I was very, very white with blue eyes, very long hair, blonde. And I was like, I don't think this is matching at all. I mean, physically, I'm so far that guy is a military guy, dark hair, is a general, like so there's nothing linked with me. It's but we love you, etc. We'd like you to play again. I was like, guys, I had to decline that. It just doesn't make any sense. And the anachronism, that was a beautiful part of it. I remember one moment where the Van Gogh shooting, and Van Gogh, the character, was going out of a high-speed train. And I was like, how does it make any sense? Does it make any sense?
Yeah, what is the plot? Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. So acting, and then after this situation, I was like, I think I maybe should be behind the camera, and direct, because my ideas so I'm so stubborn sometimes. I prefer defending my ideas and doing less work, less movie, because I have to produce or find the funds, etc., than being kind of part of a project that's not entirely, and thinking like, well, we should have done something better than this, and disappointment. So acting still sometime with some friends if they want to, but yeah, it's more directing. And the Magic Shoe. So maybe it's a which is a movie selected number 4, episode 4, called No Ink. It's a series of episodes about a shoe who wakes up one morning in a shoebox and the twin is missing. And is the start of a whole journey. And each movie has a different animation technique, because I'm a very easily bored person. I'm like, okay, I've done this, let's do something different. I'm very curious. I'm trying to touch everything and every style. And the first one was like pure stop motion, but beautifully done. Quite some exposure in the France. I'm really happy with this. The second one was a feature movie we animated, increased the animation to the eyes of the shoe. The third one, this is where I must have a problem. It was a collage stop motion, which was the hardest job I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, those are so tricky. Wow.
It was just, we thought, oh, in a pub in England, good idea, let's do this. So you have to upload your storyboard, you have to shoot the actors on green screen. Then after selecting, picking up the frame by frame what you want to have, treating everything on Photoshop to have like the right color grading, then cutting everything. We cut 1,200 piece of paper for animation. 1,200 was it. This is all my evenings for like 2 months. I was cutting with a scalpel papers, and then animating for 4 weekends in a row. And I'm just saying massive hi to Nunu, who was the animator, and she's doing very well. For a previous movie called The Ice Merchant, maybe you know it, was in the Oscar last year.
Oh, okay,
so she's
yeah.
a very good animator, and so talented. I think she lives in Portugal now, and I remember these weekends we spent together. This is just ridiculous. We should have just stopped at the beginning, but we did it. So, and I think it did like 13 international festivals, and one of them is the Chile Monos in Chile, which is quite a famous one. So very happy, and it gave us the dynamic to do a fourth one, which is very dark, that one. And I always wanted to do a hand-drawn Walt Disney style movie. Always. I was like, this is my childhood. This is the pure art of animation. It's frame by frame, hand-drawn. And I contacted Nunu, and she was like, mate, I'm so done with with what we've done before. We had a good term. It was like, I'm doing something else. Okay, fine. And she introduced me to someone called Dudek, Dudek Pulit. And she's an animator in Poland as well. They're both Polish. They have a fantastic school there of animation, and we started to work together. And so Dudek, if you hear that, and it was such a weird collaboration, because she doesn't really like, no, she doesn't much like to talk in general. So I was sending a lot of messages, voice notes, and explanation storyboard should be like this. And she was replying, okay, yes, okay. I was like, my God, where do we go with this?
Yeah.
And every 3 months or 4 months, I was receiving a piece of animation. She was like, do you like it or not? And I was like, yes. Well, no, but most likely it was yes all the time. I was like, more detail, there's please, etc. And she was like, okay, baby step, Florian, baby step. I think she wrote baby step like 150 times that conversation, saying that's it's gonna take time. And it's a COVID movie, we started not the production, the pre-production, the idea back in 2018, and starting to talk with Dudek in 2018 about the concept, the texture of the movie, what I want to do. And we started really production, I think it was in 2019, 2020, and it took like a good 2 years and a half, because the movie was finished in 2022, September, when released. Yeah, to just make sure the animation is right and is matching with the music. There's a very important relationship between the soundtrack, music in general, sound design, and the animation part of it. I mean, if you look at the movie, you watch a movie and you hear the wrong soundtrack or the wrong sound design, it's just not the same experience, right? So Rework Harm, it's such an emotional movie because I know you haven't seen it. So I'm going to describe it to you. So basically, the magic shoe is at the end of episode 3 is being swallowed by the tide of Venice. So she's in the water and disappears. And this is exactly the following moment. So she drowns into the water with you have loads of garbage everywhere. And this is the reference because my mom, my sister, my brother, and I we scuba divers. We scuba dive a
Oh,
lot, and we love that. I think my mom showed like 500 plus dives, something like this.
oh wow, fascinating.
And yeah, she's 71, and she won't stop. She won't stop. And hi, mom. And we realized that coral, because of the acidity, the pH of the water, are gradually dying. And we realized that some places that were supposed to be like luxurious in nature could see the coral starting to degrade and less fish than what you would expect. So all that concept of the sea full, which is reality right now, full of garbage, but no life, was is the intro of that movie. You have that forest of garbage, and you think it's like like I think it's the sparrows when they doing movements in the sky. They can it's very organic moments.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the movie, you think it's this, oh, sparrows, whatever. No, it's actually garbage when you zoom in. And then as the elements are in the water, the ink comes as an animated element comes out from the body. So you have this trace of ink all over the place. And that's why the movie is called No Ink, because at the end, I mean, I know the spoiler, you have to watch the movie, guys, but yeah, it's not the best ending, I would say, for animation, a character into the water. But many people think this is the end of the magic shoe. Spoiler alert, I mean, it's not spoiler alert only, but we work in episode 5, so she's not dead, she's alive. And episode 5 is another animation piece, another technique working on. So another complex one, though. But yeah, we like complexity.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like animators love complexity in that sense, and the fact
Yeah.
that you actually answered one of my next questions. If you're planning, how many episodes you're planning? No, but it's how many episodes you're planning to continue in this series. Because I know you had submitted that 4th episode.
Yeah.
So.
7. I would like to finish at 7 because
7,
that's
lucky number, or
it's my favorite number, and I'm interested to do 3 other techniques that I don't want to reveal. One, I don't think has been. I mean, I'm saying that's quite pretentious, but maybe I haven't seen it. Let's say I haven't seen it ever made as an animation. I'm sure someone did it, but and the last one I think is it's like a mixture of all animation with a baseline of one technique. Really, really old school. Maybe one of the first animation technique ever done. How do you call that again? When you have lights and you have hands and you can shadowing,
yeah. I almost say I want to say like shadow puppet.
shadow puppet, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
so the
Yeah.
shadowing technique, yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be very interesting. But the one we have in 2, the next is 5 and 6. I don't want to reveal it because it's very exciting as we're working now with the designers, etc. See how we can make this technique happening.
Oh, definitely.
So yes, and usually it's like an episode every 4 or 5 years because I'm doing other movies on the side, and I want to just regenerate the concept and rediscover the magic shoe for each episode. A character dear to my heart, and it's in my house. I mean, my house. Sorry, mom, it's your house. It's in my mom's house, in my former bedroom. She's just sitting there watching the window, seeing the cats and the birds chasing each other. I mean, mainly the cats chasing the birds. I mean, sometimes I mean big birds, So,
Oh,
but
definitely.
yeah. So, and we're gonna probably reuse that shoe for episode 5 most likely. So she's not retired yet.
Oh wow, so you're showcasing the shoe and
The shoe is in 2 movies so far, and I mean actually it's 3 because for episode 3 I had to shoot it properly and animate with it's like the arms for the lace are the arms, and we put like a steel kind of stick inside that you can manipulate frame by frame. So we did that.
nice.
And no, it's nice, and it's a canvas shoe, very basic, but like a New York style canvas shoe, like that is super old, like 10
Of like
years.
checkered like type of look, or
Yeah, it's just like I think it's red. I think it was red. Now it's more like dead pink.
Oh yeah, I thought of like checkered immediately when I was wearing it in high school. So
Yeah, something like that. I think Chuck Taylor's something like this. Yeah,
oh, cool.
yeah, something like that. So and it was found, I think, in a garbage truck or whatever. The
Oh
first
wow, so it's not
animators did
shoes
that.
that you've worn.
No, no, no. I think it's a shoe that from one of the first animators who worked with us. I think it was Axel Kelly. Hi, ladies. Miss you dearly, guys. So they in Paris. And yeah, I think they found some in the garbage or whatever. So, oh, there you go. We have it. And those shoes.
Oh wow, so it's
Wash
kind
your
of like
hands.
A Cinderella moment almost in the sense of trying to find this, well, not the glass slipper
Yeah,
totally, but trying to find the right shoe that fits.
yeah, exactly. I had a momentum when I went to Cambodia. I think it was 10 years ago, back in the days. And because I was thinking, like, who would need just only one shoe? This is when you're very naive and think that everyone is like you in the world. And
Hmm.
I went to Cambodia some years ago, and because of the mines, there's so many people with one leg. And I was like, actually, that would be the perfect country for the magic shoe
Mm.
because she would have like a proper utility there. Like one leg is fine. It's enough for me. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that would be a great way for her to. I'm saying her because in French we say la chaussure is
Hmm.
female, so that's what I'm saying now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, yeah. So it would be a fantastic way to finish a movie in Cambodia. That'd be great.
Definitely. Yeah, no, that's exciting and to continue the series and to have it in different locations. And I believe you mentioned that the series is shot in different forms of animation
Yeah,
too
yeah, yeah.
along the way. What would you say your favorite style of animation is?
They're all different. It's maybe because I'm twisted, but I really like the collapse stop motion. I
Yeah.
think a long movie, a long animation movie, like a proper one, an hour and a half in collapse stop motion would be a fantastic achievement.
Mm.
And especially if you rework on the frame by frame. I mean, many people say it can be stupid because it's pretty much what you've shot. So yeah, it's true, and the paper, etc., and the printing.
Yeah.
But there is a touch to it, and how you create the decor. You're putting multiple glass panes to create the perspective. You
Yeah.
put the camera on the top, and then you do the movements the way you want. And I like the natural color grading because you can do whatever you want. As I said, we created Venice there. We
Yeah.
contacted the Venice council. It's always 5,000 euros. I'm okay. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Yeah.
5 grand.
We will
Okay.
create it ourselves.
I mean, come on. You can do whatever you want with your hands, like handcraft. I love the handcraft touch
Mhm.
because it's unique. This is your fingertips building that, no one else. So this is the DNA through the whole set. So I love it.
Mhm.
And the hand drawn animation, Walt Disney style, because it's like the pure form of arts of animation is stunning. And I have so much respect of Dudek, the animator of the episode 4, who did frame by frame. And she hated me when we start to work on the ink. You have no idea
Oh,
how much difficult it is to create an organic in water movement of ink.
oh, I can imagine you run out of ink. Like,
It's yeah, probably it's just so detailed what
yeah.
she's done, and 90% of the animation struggle with this. She said the rest was fine, but the ink was just a nightmare to do frame by frame. And it was really tough saying now we need more. The whole body is disintegrating, you need to have ink everywhere. She was like, oh God, Florian, this is so many weeks of animation now. And I think she at the end we were both really proud of the results, but we didn't expect such a welcome for international festivals. I'm very, very happy and fortunate, especially in America. You guys have been so receptive to that movie compared to the three. The three were not really happy, guys. The three was more Asia and South America. South America loved the three. It was like handcraft. But this one, North America, I think is our fifth or sixth festival with Canada included and Mexico.
Oh,
That's
congratulations.
that
That's huge.
yeah, this is out of 30. It's like America is the top country so far.
Yeah.
USA. So thank you guys. It's maybe it's because of the Walt Disney style. I don't know. They're the old school that you like,
Mhm.
and yeah, very fortunate to be part of all these prestigious festivals. So I think it's Festival 28, 29. This one.
Oh,
We
wow.
have another one in Argentina in 3 weeks' time, Casa, which is a good festival too. So and after it's gonna be the end. So we need to release it on YouTube on all this media after that because it's a year and a half we're doing festivals. I think this is it. This is it. This is now.
Yeah, it's the end of the tour almost. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
you need to put a final dot to the story. So now we need to move on to something else.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's emotional a little bit because yeah, all this not we traveled 3 times for that movie, and seeing the people in the audience reacting. I remember in a festival called the Love and Hope International Film Festival in Barcelona. My movie was just really, really depressing. I was like, and the Q&A, I have no idea why you picked up movie. There's no love, there's no hope, there's nothing there.
Oh, no.
But the reaction of the audience, there is a certain moment, the climax of beauty, I think, when the tree is landing at the bottom of the sea, and recreated. I mean, I'm saying we do like recreated the exact texture of the sand flying over something landing at the bottom of the sea, you know.
Mom.
And it's just a pure moment of magic and of poetry. And a lady she had no idea I was there actually behind me. She was like, "Oh my God, this is so beautiful." And I was like, "Yes, this is for this kind of moments that we're going to festivals. So you understand what touches you guys. I mean, guys, maybe you're an animator too, or in that direction.
Oh yeah, no, but still,
But
yeah.
the audience, what touches you guys around the beauty of a movie? If you move to the tears, I don't know. It's just that you have an idea of a movie. You're putting always something very personal in the movie, a moment of your life, a sample of emotion you had that you can't really describe. So a movie or a song, for example, is a very good opportunity to do it. But you don't know how it's going to resonate to the audience. They're going to link this to one of their moments, and that's the beauty of art in general.
Yeah.
Is the interconnection between the artist and the audience to something that you would have never guessed it would happen. And you remember, I don't know, like a birthday party or the last time you saw your father or your mother, something like that, because of that moment, the color grading remembers you a fragment of your memory. And I love that. I love this moment.
Yeah, I love those types of moments too, and being able to like for the animation, it's so different than live action, of course, but to be able to put in that work and also the heart that goes into
Yeah.
it and to create those moments of beauty is truly inspiring.
No, no, it's a privilege. I think we're very lucky to be in a generation that's these kind of things like animation, making a short movie with the equipment we have now, us is so not easy. It's never easy, but it's reachable. It's reachable.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine was saying, "Oh, you need a lot of money to do that." I said, you need a lot of time.
Hmm.
If you don't have money, you have time. This is the reality in movies in general. And so you have many people. I think it was Spike Lee, his first movie, like for $5,000
Oh yeah.
with a strike. I was like, yeah, there we go. You need time,
Hmm.
and you need people talented around you.
Yeah.
This is very important and inspiring. If you don't create that bubble of cross inspiration between all the people in a movie and cross learning, there is no point to do a movie
Yeah.
to make one of these because you need to grow personally from this kind of achievements. If not, there is no point to do it. If you don't learn about yourself, about the others, something new. And so for example, that moment I was mentioning about Cambodia, I said, yeah, that would be a fantastic place for a magic show actually, because we can be one show is fine.
Yeah.
In Europe, they go, oh, one show I would do with that, just minutes. Why actually? Why? So yeah, it's very inspiring to meet all these talented people around one idea. You bring an idea, you bring a script, you have some sample of storyboard saying, I imagine something like that. Then you have the production designer, which is a very dear friend of mine. Jennifer is in the south of France, in the Pyrenees mountain, with a family there, and she worked 3 weeks creating concepts and then send over say is this what you had in mind? This is exactly what I had in mind. Thank you very much. And then it goes to animation, animatics, starting to see if the storyboard is actually really working or not, or need to pose or not, etc. For the emotions, and then you start to build it, and that's the magic starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool journey. I really love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love hearing about it. Like just even like hearing how you storytell about yourself and the facts that, animators, all around to really like take a lesson from it in the sense like humble your or don't be afraid to be humble to like ask for help and when you have an idea, find those people who will help you create it.
Yeah.
So it's truly a big, beautiful thing.
No, no, yeah. And I would say that's when, if you're a musician, for example, it's the same thing. I know you, when you have kids, it's two DNAs together, etc. So you have kids, wonderful. This is like nature of life, it's fine. But when you create a piece of art, a movie, a song, a ballet, whatever, it's the DNA of multiple people that didn't know necessarily each other at the beginning.
Yeah.
And they put something very personal in that one piece. And it's such a complex environment when you think about it to create a movie, to create a song or whatever, a sculpture, for example. There is an inspiration a little bit everywhere. That's, yeah, I'm like, this is quite unique what we're doing in general. I know everyone's talking about AI can do this and that, but I still think that there is a moment of grace in mankind when you create something like this.
Hmm.
Saying you remove one person from the team, the movie would be different.
Yeah.
Not entirely the story, but it would
Hmm.
have something different.
Hmm.
And I love the fact it's a unique piece of work. I love that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I think that was really well said.
No, it's thank you very much. No, thank you. My
Oh.
French accent comes back straight away.
Oh, no, I love it when it comes out. So, yeah, no, I mean, I think you've rounded out a lot of the questions I wanted to
Oh,
ask so beautifully. So, no, this is great. I wanted you to mostly do the talking, not
okay,
me.
okay.
So, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything that I may not have asked that you wanted to share?
You didn't ask me how you pronounce my family name, so
Oh,
you
true.
want
I asked before the recording, everybody, but
you want to try?
I'll try. Okay. Well, Florian Gumani? Zumani?
This is too Italian.
Shoot.
No, it's Guillaume, but it's quite hard.
Guillaume?
Guillaume.
Guillaume.
Beautiful.
I got it,
Beautiful.
guys.
So no, it's
Yes.
it's a tough one.
Guillaume.
Beautiful.
I'm like gonna keep remembering this now.
French
forever in my
Canadian.
brain.
You should have like the in your DNA, this kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
Right, so-
So that's I'm like, oh, well, amazing. I'm so glad that you got to join us today. And I know you have your panel very, very soon after this episode, or well, after the episode, what am I saying? After our recording.
Yeah.
And so how can we find you and follow you on your journey?
So my Instagram is this is something that my girlfriend keeps saying. She's a TV producer. She said, "I need to have a website, Florian, because you're doing so many things." So I don't need to have time for that. So you can, if you just Google the Magic Shoe animation, you will find all the movies. Not the fourth. The fourth should be released in a month or two after the last festival. You can find me on Instagram. Is Florian _ JTG, because my full name Florian Johann Thibault Guillaume. You can thank my mom for this one. Yeah. Full first name. Thank you very much. And yeah, and we have a Facebook account, The Magic Shoe, as well. You can follow The Magic Shoe story and all the work we've done around it, storyboard, etc. So nice. It was a real pleasure. Thank you, Irene.
Yes.
Said it correctly? Irene?
Yes, you did.
Oh, beautiful. See?
We all got it down. Cool.
No, and it's such a great experience and a fantastic time to be here. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This podcast is brought to you by the DCIFF supporters. We could not be here without all of you to be sharing this amazing outlet with filmmakers from around the world. If you are interested in supporting DCIFF, head on over to our website through the link description in the bio of this episode, or you can go right to the website, which is DCIFF-INDIE.org, to connect with us and learn more about our Future of Film programs, our festival, and also more educational opportunities in what we do with our high school students, community, and beyond. We look forward to your support.